Why is this book so long? Why do you go all Nostradamus on us? I'm sorry, this is the weirdest angle, but I have to film myself. I adore this book so much. It's so out of character for her. Good morning everyone, what's up and welcome back to another reading vlog and welcome to week 1 of the readathon. I don't have a set TBR for this vlog, but the first one I think I'm going to start with is Ignite Me by Tahereh Mafi. This is a pulp pick and also it's a book with flowers or some nature on the cover. I don't know if you can see, but it's got like flowers and stuff on the cover. This is the third book in the Shatter Me series. I don't know what else to explain. I think everyone knows what the Shatter Me series is about. Oh, and it's also one of the books chosen for the buzzwordathon. I think it's with eyes on the cover, so I will be reading this one. So I'm tripling up with my prompts because last month it was quite a hectic month and I had too much to read, and then all of a sudden I just didn't want to read anymore, so I took a few days off of reading, and yeah, now I'm jumping back into this. Luckily I do remember how the second one ends, so I'm just gonna dive right into this one. Hopefully I remember all the characters. It might take me like a few minutes to remember them, but I'm thinking this is gonna go by fast because it usually is fast reads, the books. It's also a public holiday, so I will be playing The Sims while listening to this as it usually goes. So I'll give you an update once I'm further into the book, but I don't want to give too much away because of spoilers. I know a lot of people also haven't read these books, keeping it as spoiler free as possible. I don't even know if I'm going to give out of context quotes or anything, because playing The Sims and listening to this book, it's a very nice book to listen to when you want to do as little brain activity as possible. I don't know if I'm excited for this or not. The second book definitely ended on a whoa cliffhanger, so I'm intrigued to see where we are going with this. But without any further ado, after this long intro, let's jump right into the video. I'm speechless. Happy Friday everyone. Oh, it's so good to say it's Friday. Yesterday I had the greatest public holiday. As you saw, I made a good dent in Ignite Me. I'm like over here, which I'm 79% in the book. So page 326, chapter 57. I didn't expect to fly through this book as much as I did yesterday, because I thought, yeah, I was gonna read a bit, you know, I don't want to listen to the audiobook because I've been quite over audiobooks lately. I just want to sit and read with my eyeballs. Sometimes audiobooks are great, especially when I'm working, but I feel like it takes away from the, I wouldn't say the experience, there's a word I'm looking for, it's just the enjoyability of it. Sometimes I need audiobooks, other times it's a no from me. I also bent the spine. It's fine. As I said, did not expect to enjoy this book as much as I did, and still, because I still have like 20% left, so, but I think that will fly by fast. I think I will be continuing with this tonight, so I just thought I'd come on and give you an update before I finish everything. First of all, Adam. I don't know if he had a personality switch or if it's just the way he has been wired. Like Aaron mentioned something to Juliet, and he said he continuously wants you to be the sweet, innocent girl, and that's not who you are. You have power. And the more she talks to Adam, the more I realize, I'm like, yeah, this is true. He gaslights her. He manipulates her. He is so narcissistic, and I'm just like, this boy is such a big mess. He also knows something that Aaron doesn't know, and Juliet keeps telling Adam, you know, you should tell Aaron. And he's like, no, it's not your secret to tell. But meanwhile, he's picking fights with her in front of all their friends, and he is just so rude to her. And I'm like, where's the sweet boy we met in Shadow Me? He did start grating on my nerves in the second book, what was that? In Unravel Me, and then in the novella where you read from his point of view, where he actually, somewhere along the line, he says, it's better if Juliet is dead. I was like, hello, sir, what? He had this complete switch in his attitude, and I don't like him at all. And everything, like, I don't want to give too much away, but there's like these fight scenes, and Aaron is sometimes involved, and Adam just looks so peed off most of the time. And I'm just like, dude, get over yourself. He's upset. He thought she wanted to spend the rest of her life with him, and she was more like, no, I actually just wanted to get out of the compound, but I still want to fight the reestablishment. And he's like, that's not what you said to me. And then he goes all crybaby, and then I'm like, my word. So yeah, Adam is grating on my nerves. I hope something happens to him. I don't want him to have a redemption arc. I really hope something happens to him. Warner, I didn't think I was gonna love him. Like, I know everyone loves him, but I didn't think I was going to love him. There's just something about him. The way he speaks to Juliet, and I'm just like, my heart. And this is so slow burn. I actually hated it yesterday. I was like, can you two just kiss? Please. I just want to get to the kissing scene. And then the spicy scene was, it's typical YA, but there were some steamy moments in between where they were undressing each other, and I was like, are we going into like deeper steamy scenes here? No, it was just them undressing, and then it's the usual fade to black kind of situation. So I really enjoyed that. Okay, it depends on the book, but I would say I'm starting to lean more into less spice and more just, I want to see the emotional connection before they just dive right into it. And apart from that, there are sometimes these quotes that seem like they're so out of whack. Like, Tahereh and Mafi wanted them to be quotable. And it's so out of character for Juliet, and I'm just like, okay, why is this? It takes me so out of the book. For example, this is in page 50, and I was just like, okay, whatever. She said something, I don't even know who she was talking about. I think she was talking to Kenji. No, I don't even know. But anyway, it says, there's something about the darkness, the stillness of this hour, I think, that creates a language of its own. There's a strange kind of freedom in the dark, a terrifying vulnerability we allow ourselves at exactly the wrong moment. Tricked by the darkness into thinking it will keep our secret. We forget that the blackness is not a blanket. We forget that the sun will soon rise. But in that moment, at least, we feel brave enough to say things we never say in the light. And yes, that's beautiful, but it's so out of character for her. There was another point as well where she said something, and I was like, why do you go all Nostradamus on us? It doesn't make sense. Like, this is not Juliet's character. Yes, she is growing into that character, but it's not who she is right now. And it's not annoying, but it's getting to that point where I'm like, okay, this is a quotable quote. You just want this to be on like a tagline or something. Hopefully the workday goes by fast so I can finish this. Otherwise I'll read in between. But I have like another buddy read I'm doing that I'm not filming or anything. I'm just reading it, and I'm finishing that today. So if we can finish both today, that would be great. Anyway, going. Okay, bye. Hello. Okay, so it's 1:20. I'm going to jump into the audiobook because I'm still working. We have less than 70 pages left, and I am pretty scared. Not that I think anything bad is going to happen, but I just want to have the audiobook with me so that I am sane enough. Let's continue from chapter 58. Yeah. Ooh. Together. What the hell? Wait. What just happened? Ding, ding, ding. Now, duh. Oh. Dad. Okay, before poo hits the fan, I think I'm just gonna take a break. So So I finished it. Obviously you saw me finish this book and I actually enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was going to. I really thought there were going to be points in this book where I was like, okay, this is annoying. And yes, there are points in this book where I'm like, these are just quotes to be quotable, like I mentioned before. And I feel like one of the characters' deaths were too quick. Like the bad guy was too quick. I feel like I have this theory that says if you don't check up on a bad guy after you supposedly killed them, they might not be dead. And this is something Juliet did. She assumed she killed the bad guy and then she just walked off. And now I'm like, I have a theory that they are not dead. So anyway, overall, I think this was a good read. This is a good series. I love that it always ends on like cliffhangers and that it always keeps you engaged. I love that the chapters are also so short. I'm gonna give this a 3.75 stars. It's not... It's a good book. I really liked it. It's just that it's not like those books that I will be obsessed over. Possibly if we go more into the story, I might. But yeah, it was an enjoyable read. And I think I will pick up the next book soon. That's what I say in every book. And then I don't. So we'll see when I pick up the next one. Now that we have one book down, what other book? Because there's books, are there? We have Before I Let Go, Face Off, I think it's The Lunatic Cafe, Lady Midnight, I think my bestie and I will start next week, Bridge, and then Swordcatcher. I don't know what I want to read. Oh no, this is the problem. It's either between Lunatic Cafe or Before I Let Go. I don't know. I probably don't have to choose now. I'll give myself a minute to still decompress after that book and then I will see what I'll read next. Hello everyone, happy Sunday. I always have this inkling that I will be, you know, like steadfast in my vlogging, especially over on weekends, and then weekends happen and then I don't get to it, but it's fine. So yesterday I think I started with Face Off by Chelsea Curto. I believe this is like a hockey enemies to lovers romance, sports romance, but it's an enemies to lovers romance, you know. So I did start that yesterday. I think I only got 4% in it and the rest of the time was just a very busy day. So it's almost 2 right now and I'm only updating you now, so that's how things are. So I think for now I might do some editing, but I think for the rest of the time I'm just going to play The Sims. So there will be no reading done, but hopefully I will catch up with reading tomorrow? Question mark? I don't know. I'm not in a very big reading mood today, so maybe it'll change tomorrow. I don't know. But yeah, just thought I'd give you an update of what book I started, and then hopefully by the end of this week I'll be done with it. I think it's going to be like a 2-book vlog, these kinds of vlogs, because there's not a lot of books that I want to read for Readathin. It's more of me just getting some things off my TBR. Yeah, so that's it. Okay, bye. Good morning everyone, happy Monday. So I got 32% in Face Off. I'm really enjoying it so far. The only thing that I won't say is a complaint, it's just more of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Something I stumbled upon, or something that, no. What is the word I'm looking for? An observation, there we go, is that it reads a lot like Icebreaker from Hannah Grace. And Icebreaker, I went to check, was published before Face Off. And the reason I'm saying this is because there's like a group chat, but there's also text messages sometimes on the first chapters. And I remember in Icebreaker there was a point where one of the teammates left the chat and someone added them back, and you know, it was like a back and forth for like 2-3 times where they left and they came back on, and it happened in Face Off as well. And I was like, is this going to read just like Icebreaker? The only difference is that our main character is playing for a men's hockey team instead of being like Stasia, who was a figure skater who just had to gel with the ice skating team in the university. And I was thinking of DNFing this book because I was like, I don't really want another Icebreaker, but I persevered. I pushed through and I'm really enjoying it. It's reading so far like a 3.5, 4 star. It's not like groundbreaking or anything, but it's a good romance book if you really want to like get into, I don't know, sports romance. They also mention a lot of the games, the hockey games, so I really enjoy that. That is the thing I want in sports romances. If you can add the sporting elements as well, I really love that. I have no clue what's happening in ice hockey, but from like some of the videos I've seen or some of the the shorts I've seen, I can picture what is happening. I don't know any of the terms, but I'm enjoying myself. And that's what I want in a sports romance. But I don't know, is a lot of sports romance where they just mention the people are in the sports and you have to deal with it some other way, like, oh, they won a game or something like that. Did that tangent make sense? Probably not. But that's just how I feel. I want the sports included in the sports romance, even if I don't understand it. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, so I'm going to continue with that today. Hello everyone, happy Wednesday. I hope you can't hear the mower in the background. If you can, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. Last night I got to 58% of Face Off, and the spice is spicing. That's all I'm gonna say. These two have so much like pent up, how can I say, sexual tension between them, and when they just go for it, it's like it's so good. And it's becoming like a friends with benefits, or we're doing this because it will improve the games and whatnot, because the one night they slept together, they won the tournament. Not the tournament, but like the game. So they did an experiment and slept together again, and you can slowly see these two start falling for each other, and I'm just like, the third act breakup is going to hurt me, isn't it? She might be transferred to another, I don't know, group, or somewhere along the line it's probably going to be miscommunication. I feel it in my bones. But hopefully we fly quickly past the miscommunication, because I'm not a fan of the third act breakups. Once I realized the system for how romance books works, I don't know, I don't always like it when there's a third act breakup. Like, just talk to one another. We could have all this without breaking up at the end, but it's fine. I am getting through it. I just thought I'd give you an update. I most likely will finish it today. I'm hoping to. I actually didn't want to put it down last night. I was reading in bed and it was like past 10, and I'm just sitting there reading, and my husband's on YouTube the whole time, and I was like, we should probably go to bed, because he had to wake up at 4, and he was like, yeah, maybe. And I was like, but I don't want to. I'm enjoying this book so much. So luckily I forced myself to put it down. So today is going to be one of those days where I just read the book and immerse myself in it. It's just so good. I'm really enjoying it. There's no reason, I don't know why I'm looking up at the sky, that a book should be 430, a romance book, mind you, should be 430 pages long, unless it's like a deep book. You know, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm ready for this book to end. Like, I'm enjoying the banter, I'm enjoying the spicy scenes, but can we please get a move on? I have 56, that's even worse, pages to get through till the end. And I'm at my wit's end. I'm like, can I just skip over some? So, I don't know. I'm ready for the third act breakup, and I'm ready for them to get together. So, yeah, I think I might maybe skip some chapters. Not skip, but like skim read. Books that have like cute romancy feelings and whatnot, where you know the trajectory is gonna go. 320. I don't know. It's getting too much right now. So yeah, but I'm gonna take my laptop to the other room because it's freakishly cold in this room. I'm gonna sit in the sun. I'm going to still work because I'm still on work duty, and I'm just gonna read and hope I get through this, because why is this book so long? I'm sorry, this is the weirdest angle, but I have to film myself. This is so good. This is what I wanted. Okay. Ooh, okay, calm down. No way, shut up, that's so cute. Don't cry, it's just... That is all, thank you. Wow, okay, I understand the 400 and something pages, but okay. Hi, don't you stick us to the man. Just say, I love you. How many pages again? I have 110 pages to go. Like, give me a break, man. 100 pages left. Let's go. What? It's so good, but at the same time, I'm like, can we get this over and done with? I'm like anticipating the third act breakup. If there isn't one, I'm gonna be super happy, but I feel like there is one. So yay. Hello everyone, happy Thursday. Okay, it's Thursday today. So I did finish Face Off. Let me move back because it feels like I'm like on top of here. I adore this book so much. I'm gonna give it 4.5 out of 5 stars. I loved the story. There were points where I just enjoyed the banter between the two characters, and I enjoyed the writing of how the games play out, and I was screaming, giggling, you know, kicking my feet, all those things. At one point I laughed out loud because there's a point where one of the characters, they were trying to defend Emmy's honor and she just lets it slip that her ex that has treated her badly is they are playing against her. I think I mentioned this yesterday. And one of the guys are like, we ride at dawn, and his friend's like, pretty sure we ride in like 10 minutes, so just calm down. And that made me laugh so hard. I love these characters. I cannot wait to dive into the next series, or the next book in the series, which will follow Emmy's best friend and the grumpy goalie. So it's a grumpy sunshine kind of book, and I'm so excited for it. Anyway, I wanted to drop all my books for this month just so that I can read these. There's 2 more, and I think there's another one coming out soon. And I'm eating it up. I'm loving it so much. So yeah, it's sad that it's over now, but it's fine. I will pivot to something else now. So that brings us to the end of this vlog. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in a video next week. Bye.